Good morning. You are listening to IBGR.network. In fact, it's already good afternoon here in South Africa. IBGR Network is the International Business Growth Radio Network. I'm your host, Jan Robberts, inspirational entrepreneur, co-founder of Key Leadership Institute, founder of JR Speakers Club, and I'm also a coach, a trainer, a speaker, values-based leadership specialist, personal profiling consultant, and personal development professional. Now, for more information about me and everything else, you can go to the ibgr.website and check my profile, and there you'll find all the details and links on how to get in touch with me. But there is so much more on the platform, because there is many hosts on there, more than 40 from around the world, entrepreneurs who give their time and their expertise and some insights and hints and tips and tools, so you as an entrepreneur can walk this journey more prepared and have tools and tips at your fingertips that you need, or maybe somebody you know will need. So the good thing is, we also want you to ask questions. We love to hear from you, because on the website they didn't put this pulsating, sometimes annoying big question mark in the bottom right hand corner. I think they know, bottom right hand corner. But it is for you to be able to ask questions. And here on Facebook, of course, for those who are listening, we're also on Facebook. And Facebook, you can ask questions in the comments box, whether you do it now or afterwards. But you can ask questions, make comments, and we look forward to answering those questions, even speaking into those questions. And if there is something you would like to know about, let us know, because you, the listener, are the most important. You can also download the recordings on the website and podcast, also on the app. By the way, download the app first. We've got an amazing app. You can download and listen to the podcast on there. You can find out about all the amazing hosts around the world and some more information on their backgrounds. You can join the community. There is show notes on there, and of course you can listen anywhere, every time, to 24/7 to ibgr.network. Now, we're also, of course, on social media. We are in Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, as you probably know if you're here, Twitter, and there is also a YouTube channel. So join us wherever you can, but also spread the word. On Facebook, we always say like and share this, but you can do this on radio too. You can, if you like what you're hearing from not just me, especially those other amazing hosts from around the world, then like this, but share it with other people who might just need to hear some of that stuff to help them in their business. Because I firmly believe there is something for everyone in the program. 24/7, I said, 7 days a week, and 5 days it's live, and then the other 2 days it's usually recordings, but there is certainly something there. And we are now already on episode 11 of season 4. And as I said, we're going to be talking about values include valuing your people. And it's in the people skills lane, people for success at ibgr.network. You can also go to the IBGR website and download the show notes. Now, we are nearing the end of season 4 now. And again, I said we want you, the listener, to question in each episode, each session, from each show host and their respective subjects. And they range from operations, customers, finance. Today, it's People Day. Tomorrow, executives. That's working on the business rather than in the business. So there's hosts in all 4 time zones around the world. They're divided in 6-hour time zones, and 4 times 6 makes 24, which is all the hours we've got in a day. And I'm sure Donna and Bill are excited that there's only 24 hours a day. I mean, they're already filling them as we speak every time. They're working tirelessly on the background all the time to support us. They've created this amazing platform for all of us and all of you. So like and share this. And I know, because there is different levels as well in these 6 hours at a time. So there is something, if you're just thinking about an idea, if you've opened your doors, or if you're even thinking on the other side to get actually exciting your business. That's not being excited about the business, but that you want to leave your business. You have to build it to such a level now that you want to leave it, which is also exciting, of course. But there is something for everybody there. And as I said, today I would like to talk about the role that values play in any organization which is dependent which is dependent on how valued you are with your people, how you value your people, and how they feel as being valued. It's all very important because, we've talked about it so often, and I've mentioned it as well, that especially entrepreneurs early on, but sometimes even well into the business, they're so busy being everything to everybody, and they need to do this, they need to do that, and people skills, they get put somewhere on the back burner, or they get forgotten about altogether. But it is very important, and when we are basically in a people business, yes, we might have a product, we might have a service or more of them, but we're still dealing with the public. Because if nobody's buying, we might as well shut our doors right now. So that means that if we're dealing with public, we need to actually learn to build great relationships. And great relationships are built on many principles, but it's like leadership as well. I've talked into that already. It's all built on a foundation of values. And the biggest one is trust. See, if people don't trust us, they will never do any business with us, or they might do it once and then never again. And I'll talk a little bit more into that as well during this process. But if it is your first time listening in, where have you been all this time? Now, welcome. Absolutely, we're delighted to have you here. And if you're a returning listener or viewer, of course, welcome back. As I said already, it's absolutely fantabulous that we are in more than 161 countries around the world already, and this is only season 4. And but they're not all listening at the same time, of course, but every week there's people from that many countries listening into a wide variety of the hosts we've got every day of the week. So that's wonderful, that's wonderful. Thank you. As a listeners, you are important to us. You make this program, and you can have a much bigger impact in this program if there is something you want to hear, if you ask questions, and if you're engaged with us, then we are looking forward to really talk into something that you really need to, some answers to, some the questions you have or comments you've got to make on something. We want to hear from you. Now, leadership around the world is failing due to a lack of values, which has become more apparent, so much more now in the last year than ever before. If you didn't know before now, then I'm sure you do now. I mean, we have not even got a television. I don't buy newspapers, haven't done for more than 30 years, but I still know enough that it's a disaster, really. And many organizations have sets of amazing values proudly displayed on their walls, often as you walk into the building for all to see, as well as on their literature. You get these beautiful, sometimes beautifully framed, sometimes they've, now in the modern offices, they've got them painted on the walls, and beautiful. However, how many people working there, including top management, could remember those values if asked? Very few. I mean, we've done this even in trainings. We incorporate the values. When Arthi, my partner, who will be on in 2 hours' time, she's absolutely amazing, and she's one of the foremost diversity and inclusion experts, as far as I'm concerned, in the world. But when we go to organizations, she always incorporates their values into the training. So we speak into their values. But when you ask people early on in the training, what are your values? And even if there's only 5, most people haven't got a clue about any of them. Some of them can answer 1 or 2. Very, very few, if any, normally know all of them. So that says something. But it is not only that, but how many people working there could remember those values if asked, but also how many actually know the meaning of those values, and how many people practice them. See, I'm always a little bit disturbed when we talk about values and we walk into a building and one of the values on the wall is honesty. Oh, really? So, are those values not on the wall that we strive to work towards those? Now, surely you already expect every person to come in the door to be honest. Are you not otherwise starting on the wrong footing already? But it's always fascinating, I say, and should it be there? Maybe it's just a reminder that they have to remain honest. We can play it that way, but it's there, and so many other values. But we'll talk a little bit more into it. But these are certainly some of the questions that we will discuss today, and it's difficult to talk about the values you or your organization hold dearly when you do not really value your employees, your colleagues, your friends, or family members. And there's a saying, people of value value people. We'll talk a little bit more into that as well, but are you somebody who is portraying that you have all the values in place, or at least a lot of them, to some form or another, but yet you show by the way you treat people badly that it's not aligning up? I know people like that. You probably do too. And I hope it's not one that looks in the mirror every morning. So, but this actually talks into practicing what you preach. So you will never have to tell others when you have a powerful value system you live by. And you will never have to tell people when they have no such system at all. Because either way, people know. Now, if you have to actually tell people you are honest or have integrity, then you better have a good look in the mirror and ask some reflective questions from the person staring back at you. Yeah, okay, reflective. Okay, I get it. But it's like saying you are a great leader, but nobody is following. And I like what John Maxwell says on that. If you are leading and nobody is following, you're merely taking a walk. Now, it's the same with values. I mean, you never have to tell people which values you live by or which ones are important to you. If they are important to you and you practice them, people will know. I need to keep an eye on the time because last week I was so excited I went about 30, 45 seconds over in the break time actually. I was talking to the Facebook group, but we're here, and in the next section I'm going to talk into values and its importance for you as an entrepreneur and business owner. So don't go away. We'll be back very shortly, but join us on all our platforms at ibgr.radio, and we'll see you soon.